Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's session 11 for Pokemon Tabletop Adventures, and this is the vlog.
Yay! Woohoo! All right, start from the beginning, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What was the beginning again? Hold on.
We started off in the orphanage when the vision had ended.
Right. Distributing the Children by Professor Jaboko.
Yeah, the whole vampire tree thing.
Yeah, creepy.
So the distribution part of it suggests to me that they could be they aren't necessarily in one city. They could have been spread across the land for either the plates or whatever the case might be. Like that might all be connected, even as far back as that. 14 years have passed when they got split up. So it looks like some sort of the Team Omni endeavor has been going on for over a decade.
Yeah.
So it could be more than the plates, because hell, you don't need 14 years to find plates, right? They're finding them all now on the 14th year. So they've been up to something.
Part of me wonders if maybe the plan with the children kind of fell through for whatever reason. And so they're gathering up the plates for the same purpose, but as an alternative to using the kids. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. And then, so the idea of, so the names on the computer, I'm just going to make the assumption now that whatever's still written on Chase's chest, those are the names we theoretically could look into. So we do have somewhere to start.
Except he just scrubbed himself.
Yeah.
Permanent marker, so they're still there.
But he did shower again in the morning?
But he absolutely did. But he's after bitching at you guys. So he's willing he's willing to forget the names though. That's a legitimate. So someone else is gonna have to make a call there, but he's moving forward.
Aww.
At least Cassie and Tiffany have seen the names, so
That's right.
Yep. You know, we just
lot
get a little
happened.
distracted with Chase chest. You know how it is.
Yes, that happened.
I mean, aside from that, nothing really happened at the orphanage. Like Chase hung around a little bit longer and buried part of his past, quite literally.
Aw.
And then we focused on the city for almost the entire session.
Yep, because there was stuff to do.
There was stuff to do.
And places to go, and things to set into motion.
Mhm.
I will craft things for you, darn it. Let me craft. I have wanted to do this since before the contest.
Mhm.
So
And each episode. Oh, sorry. No, wrong. Horrible timing.
yeah,
Well,
the
ice cream is good.
ice cream, the Cassie and Sylvain scene definitely threw me off. There was a moment last night where I was thinking if I go black market shopping, the worst thing that could happen is running into Sylvain Tarot, and that was literally like this is what I was thinking. So I was like, I don't want to provoke that crap. I don't want to be doing that alone.
I do. Come on, it's fun.
And then it happened to Cassie, and I was like, oh no, like it's the last
Don't worry.
person.
You
She
should have
handled it. She's fine.
And Katy Perry. So
Yeah, so
I mean, I figured she wouldn't want to give her real name
yeah,
to someone like
obviously.
that.
We're just making a joke.
Of course, yeah.
well,
But yeah, I hadn't expected that. I'm glad it ended the way that it did.
Yeah.
it didn't seem like he meant anything wrong. he didn't steal your stuff.
Yeah, no, he did nothing
He warned
wrong. He was just a bit of a
creepy.
creeper. Yeah.
It's not like the splicers haven't infiltrated before. Noir.
Oh, wait. It can't be two of them. Yeah.
But I did enjoy that scene.
Yeah.
The tension was
Yeah.
real.
Yep.
Well, because if a fight start, I mean, I don't know if it'd be a fight, but
Well, I mean, it's
how is
this
Cassie and
big old
Well,
dude and a giant Pangoro and Cassie without a Pokemon.
well, you had
And
those two.
Cassie's combat is 1d6.
Yep. Welcome to the club.
Run away, Harley.
So it wouldn't. Yeah, no, she would have to make use of gadgets instead. Would have been interesting.
Or those two sandcastle Pokemon.
Yeah.
They were.
Make them targets and bail.
I felt like they were a bit away at that point.
Yeah.
But But no, I mean, it was an interesting thing for Cassie, because I as a player did think like, maybe it would be kind of a bad idea to have her go off on her own, and that's also part of the reason I didn't go into the desert, because I figured that would be more dangerous at night than during the day. whether for people or like all the wild Pokemon that would pop up.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured the beach was more populated, but yeah, when you like go over the kind of rocky bits and the more private parts of the beach, and someone massive follows you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But it's something that didn't terribly cross her mind at the time.
No. Yeah. And then to continue that appearance in the diner, in the sushi restaurant.
Talking to the doctor of all people.
Could have escalated in very horrible ways.
Yeah.
From multiple people. So
and
that was
trying to get Noir out of there.
I gotta ask, did no one seriously hear me when Cassie told them that she saw him at the...
That's what made Chase get up,
I
by
didn't.
the way. Yeah, that's what made Chase...
Sorry.
It's okay.
Chase got up as soon as even Cassie said that's the man I saw, and he's like, nope, this is this is too far at this point. Like, something's not right here, and he needed to know.
I'll pretend he was doing it to protect her.
Aww.
He just didn't want to make a scene.
No, for once that was Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
0 to 100 real quick there.
He tried really hard. For all of you.
Yeah, no, that was interesting with Noir suddenly using the psychic. And yeah, I'm glad we got to see at least some reactions from the patrons, because I was wondering what would happen in a restaurant if people were just thrown across the room. Because I'm sure it's not unheard of, given the world that they all live in. But
yeah. So thoughts on the doctor? I mean, they were already set during the game, but the idea that he's not the one from Noir's world, right? This is.
I did wonder about that, if it was the one that came over through the dimensions, or if it was this version.
We don't know. I was going on the I think Noir said, at least to Chase, that he was over there. I think he asked once, like something about fear, and I believe, or that's what I was going off of, is that this isn't the one. This isn't the one that she remembers, because he, in his head, she said that was the one that was left behind. Like, he can't hurt her anymore, sort of thing, and so. That's why he didn't want a scene. He's like, this could escalate very quickly if Noir gets involved, and there's civilians around at the end of the day. So he used Sylvain, at least, was dangerous.
Hypothetically, what if Chase had thought it was the actual doctor?
He would have flipped the table. He would have.
There would have been a scene then.
There would have been a scene.
Cannot take these children anywhere.
I mean, part of the issue is now, even if it is a different doctor, now he does know Noir.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a nice doctor over here.
And he got to see your strength and your potential,
This will only end in good.
What if he's looking for a subject?
Maybe
give him ideas.
Psychics. Maybe he went and studied, I don't know, chemistry.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder what his connection is with Sylvain.
Sylvain. Mm-hmm. The Silver Bull.
Yep.
That was his name on the street, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I also know the backstory behind that, because I am nuts.
Yeah.
By the way, I did want to mention that minus the Polyworld, the memory of young Molly getting nailed in the head with a toy car actually did happen to young Roma.
Oh.
Complete with blood.
Oh.
In the tiny hands.
I did have very tiny hands.
Jeez.
No, it was. I liked that Roma opened up like that, or Molly.
Yeah.
I liked both. Hey.
Yeah.
Roma met a Polyworld. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
You had a Polyworld as a student aide, as a teacher's aide. That's amazing.
Before Pokemon was even invented. How amazing is that?
No, I want to go to that school.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, after that, it was a lot of interactions at the hotel and
Yeah. Chase and Kyle bonding.
unexpected scene, and that's literally the point where everything I planned for went out the window. I had no idea any of that was going to go down. So
What were you
I didn't either, and I also had plans for that. So darn you.
What's that? What are you talking about? I'm not talking about what you're talking about.
Okay.
I intended to have just open up a little bit more to Kyle and to just make it clear that at the end of the day we're different people now, and just take ownership over what, like, my big part in it, at least how I feel, how Chase feels. But I didn't expect to go down the path of the Mimikyu coming up. You pulled out you pulled out the Pokemon, and that sort of just rolled the scene. But then I figured, well, I should. The thing with Chase is, like, he'll never refrain from going down a path that he's afraid of the answer. Like, that's almost the thing that guides him. So for him, it's like, this is the thing I shouldn't be asking him about. I shouldn't be telling him about. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna play around the issue. I'm gonna be upfront with it. I'm gonna challenge the challenge. Like, I'm gonna face the challenge head on, and then see what he says. And then, worst case scenario, I have to do something I don't want to do. But I felt like that was the best way to build up that relationship and at least have some trust happening as a gateway into the group. At least, even like was the idea there. Is I want him to be more integrated into the group because he could be a big team player.
I also was very surprised when Chase opened up about the Mimikyu as well. I didn't expect that. And I think that purposely it was a very good idea you told him that when he was not in his uniform. Because the way I designed Kyle's personality is he keeps his work life and his personal life separate. So when he is in uniform, he definitely has he's a lot more lawful when he's wearing the badge. When he's not wearing his uniform, I wouldn't say chaotic, but he more goes towards the neutral alignment. And but his core values are the same. His core values are consistent, regardless of whether or not he's in his cop mode or he's not in his cop mode. So the timing of when Chase told Kyle about that was actually the perfect time to tell him, because I think he's able to be more Kyle than Lieutenant at that moment. So
conveniently, when Chase wasn't wearing his hoodie, which makes him more chaotic than when he's not wearing his hoodie, which makes him more lawful.
That is interesting. I didn't think about that. That's a very good point.
Wow, strange.
Very strange.
So does that mean the lieutenant, if he were in uniform, would not call Cassie cute?
No, he would be very professional about.
That's what I thought. She was quite surprised by that.
Jeez.
Yeah, he definitely is a lot more relaxed when he's not in his uniform. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to see that side of him.
Yes, it was.
I was waiting for you guys to see that side of him. The opportunity had not arisen until today.
And Tiffany saw an even better side.
Yeah.
Yeah. He definitely was not in uniform then.
No.
No.
As chaotic as
all
can
of
be.
all of the shipping happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And you say that like a bad thing.
Definitely not a bad thing.
Oh, no.
Well then, as far as that goes, guys, what are your favorite shippings to come from this episode or to be enforced by it?
Moon Pearl, of course.
Of course.
Moon Pearl is cool. I love that conversation. That was really cute, the two of them. And I thought it was very cool that Molly was able to scrounge up the courage to ask her for some coffee. So
yeah,
that was very nice.
You give Tiffany hope.
Do you guys?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I figured it was a good time to talk to the doctor about, especially concerning Molly's past, because I like the kind of parallel going on between Molly and Chase, where Chase is finally able to let go of his past, whereas Molly is still quite haunted by it. And given the end of the session, it looks like that's not gonna go away anytime soon. But yeah, I felt like that's why I definitely wanted to have that conversation with someone, but I decided, yeah, it had to happen with Dr. Pearl, because she's the one who knows the most about Molly at this point. And I feel like she knows more about Molly than even Molly does at this point.
Okay. Other ships that people like?
Bennings? No one?
I think I've never had a name for it, but I like style, because like the Kyle bit and like the T bit and like the fashion bit from Tiffany.
Style is what you call them?
Yeah.
I like that. Style.
I can see that.
Hashtag style. I like that.
Yay, I finally officially have ship name. I feel legit.
Jeez.
I think my personal favorite ship, like not just today's session, but just in general, my favorite ship at the moment, we'll see if anything comes out of it, is it Balinky?
Yes.
Balinky? I think it's
Lux
Balinky.
does want to go talk to her. Bullet, get up. Let's go. I mean, I know Remy is falling apart, but come
This is
on.
gonna make him freeze up again.
Maybe Q wants to learn to write. Yes, things
Oh,
he's
is that
about
what it
change.
is?
Will it be like, hey baby, I've got a new look?
Yeah, they need Inky to help translate for the humans and like read stuff. That will help Remy.
No, Lux genuinely wants to learn to write. That's what I was setting up a few sessions ago with, hey, Bullet, can you take me to her house? Because I don't know where she lives.
They can get matching, marks on their forehead.
Yeah.
Inky can get the other half of the moon. What? It's like
It's a
star.
it's like a locket cut in half.
My.
Why couldn't it have been a heart?
Heart was available too. Yes, but-
Because deep down, he'll always be Molly's. I think that's what we're getting at.
Aw.
Aww.
Oh man.
Oh,
And Cassie
another
now?
ship.
Another
Oh,
ship.
go for it.
I was gonna say another ship. I kind of like Nevi and Madison hanging out.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like they get along. A
Oh,
lot
that would
better
be
than
cool, actually. I
expected.
didn't think about that. Nevi and Madison. Yeah. Madison I see going both ways. Nevi I kind of see Nevi liking girls.
Cassie?
Hey, she proposed the Madison one. Let's not stray away from that right away. That's like devaluing the idea.
Okay.
But I did like their phone call. I did think that phone call was a lot of fun
Yeah,
between Cassie and Nevi.
Yeah, I mean, if
That
you
that
guys
was awesome.
if you guys are curious, in my head at least, I'm thinking Madison is more pan. I'm thinking Alicia is. I think she can be bi. And I feel like Jefferson, I think, is straight. I think Jefferson's straight. Kyle, in my head, he's straight, but who knows?
Chase can change that.
In my head,
No!
Kyle's one of the people who I was like, if he's going to be attracted to, he's not necessarily attracted to men, but there might be a specific man that he could be attracted to. Because I know people are like that. Like, I'm attracted to women, but if I were to be attracted to a man, it would be this specific man I would be attracted to. So I think that's what Kyle is like. And then Nevi, I feel like she's more into women than anything else, is my thought.
Just any women or a woman?
You broke her heart, Cassie, all we're saying.
I think she's lesbian, so I see her as lesbian at least.
Information we should know.
Why does it
We should.
matter?
What about the
that way.
same like doctor who's like who works at prison labs and workplace
Yeah.
relationships?
Dr. Aspen? I could see him go either way. I haven't decided. I haven't established it, but I could see it going either way. I think Keith Carmel is straight. I feel like Keith is straight. I don't know if there's any other NPCs that we're wondering about. Felicity straight. I don't know.
Iridessa.
Pitts?
Oh, Iridessa definitely goes both ways.
Thank
She
God.
definitely goes both ways. I think Gus is asexual. Gus I don't think is really interested in that kind of stuff. Anyway, that was an interesing topic.
Segue.
Yes.
Well, I was just going to say,
topics.
when, it was funny because Elle and I spoke at the same time. We were both kind of talking about the same thing, almost kind of related. Anyway, Cassie apparently needs to learn how to communicate with Pokemon now. I don't know if that is going to become possible, but by gosh, she'll try.
She can try.
So,
Oh God, I remember learning Swedish. There's going to be so many misunderstood conversations at the beginning.
yes. Well, I mean, if she can fall
Yes,
back
he
on...
loved that thing you made. He hated it.
Oh.
And he was sitting there shaking his head, no.
If she can fall back on Pokemon education, like, as a, starting point, then that'll help.
Mhm.
But obviously it's a specialized form.
So you're going Virtuoso in your Pokemon education. 76.
Well, that would bring it up to 8d6, but not actually as a roll, only if it... Wait, is there a feature in Edge that's actually about communicating with Pokemon like that?
I don't know. Sorry.
Not that I'm aware
Okay.
of.
Yeah, I was thinking about this too, but nothing would...
There's a
nothing
class
came to
though. But it's more mystic, so it's not what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think that's more supernatural than it is just more than educational, I guess.
No, that's fair.
Could we make up a feature?
Yes. Could we?
I
DM?
did with Nevi.
Exactly.
All right then. It's out there.
I made a
I just have to
linguistics
find it.
a linguistics class. So Pokemon linguistics class. So one of them is definitely being able to communicate with Pokemon. But
Which I definitely appreciate.
She just doesn't
Yes.
want to back down from a challenge from her,
yeah.
Although, Cassie broke her promise to her father. She had ice cream.
No, she didn't. I specifically made her not eat ice cream. She only bought one
Okay.
for Molly. Bam. That's right.
That ice cream makes enemies, man. Makes friends and enemies.
I just had to make that clear.
Don't care. Towel. Kyle's cherry. Come on.
Yeah.
Cherry.
But,
Wait.
I am glad that you noticed. Well, I mean, you noticed the opposite, but I'm glad that you remembered that because that's specifically why she didn't. So she.
Okay.
I do
Didn't
like
actually
that.
have any-
Go ahead.
Nor didn't actually have any ice cream either because like she's lactose intolerant.
Oh. Well,
Well, now
That's a
Tiffany
thing.
feels really bad wolfing down her ice cream before dinner.
I did enjoy that brief conversation between Cassie and Nevi because I think it helped showcase their friendship a little bit more, and I liked seeing that interaction between the two of them.
I think they have a good friendship.
I believe so.
I mean, if you're willing to get your friend into a gang.
Into a terrorist organization.
and not say anything about it,
And then go on to be a
And then
cop.
become a cop. Yeah.
and then become a cop.
No, and it was so they had she gave Cassie the paperwork to fill out, and then they went downstairs and had dinner where the cop conversation immediately took place.
Yeah.
I love just from the first session how it went into that. But I was going to say too, you know, Jesse James and Meow.
Yeah.
It never
Jesse
really
James
occurred
and
to
Meow.
me Cassie could have actually worked alongside them at one point.
Please say they did.
I really hope they had one interaction at least or something.
We need a flashback episode.
And then they're going to meet in this campaign, and Cassie will be like, "Oh, these guys again."
So what I
Please.
will say, yes. What I will say is yes. I'm sure that you have interacted with Jesse James and Meowth at some point, and they were definitely the rejects of Team Rocket.
But they thought
They
they
were
were
a total
all that.
joke, but they thought they were all.
Oh god.
So, in addition to that, what I will drop, because I did intend for this in Cassie's past, is that she also has interacted a lot with Butch and Cassidy too.
Ooh,
Butch and Cassidy
cool.
are also, and they're one of the more.
Yeah.
Okay, person
What's
that
the
does
word?
not know Pokemon, explain. It sounds important.
Oh, they're just more Team Rocket members. They're certainly more respected than
Correct.
Okay.
Jesse,
Cool.
James.
They
and
basically
Meow.
are Jesse's and James's nemesis. You've seen.
They're
I
actually
think
good at their job.
Yeah, they're actually good at their job, and they actually say they're the Team Rocket, the correct Team Rocket motto. What Jesse and James says is actually not the team motto of Team Rocket. It's completely wrong, and then you find out
Enemy
what the
lied
actual,
to me.
you find out what the actual words are when Butch and Cassidy are cited.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
So that's
decided,
cool.
yes. Actually, here's something I can reveal, and I don't know if this is going to be brought up in the actual game itself, but Butch used to own Fern. Butch used to own Fern, but he ended up deciding on working with a different Pokemon. Things with him and Fern weren't really working. I mean, it was only for I think Fern was with Butch for like a month, and Butch is like, this isn't working, and he probably offered it to Cassidy, and Cassidy is like, I don't want her, so let's give it to the rookie. Let's give So
She was leftovers.
Man, what a lineage you come from, you know?
So
Yeah.
whatever you thought about, whatever details you thought about your previous owner, Fern, that was Butch.
Okay, gonna have to do some research.
That was Butch.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's how Fern ended up with Cassie, because Butch and Cassie were like, let's let you have this. This is probably more fitting for you.
And I'm glad too that Cassie and Tiffany got to talk about their Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That's so cool.
Yes. That was, I hardly get to see you two interact. So
I
liked
know.
that.
And you're her most trusted, so even though Cassie apparently is at the bottom for so many people. I'm not bitter, I was just surprised.
I'm just happy I wasn't. So, or Tiffany wasn't. I should rephrase that. Poor pretty purple puppy.
I do wonder, and Shay, if you want to jump in, if at the start of the next session or whatever, if we want to play out anything in the desert, would you want to?
No, I'm okay if there's nothing. I mean, between us,
Okay, so I can just
I'd rather.
stuff.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
we're skipping past the whole chase and address? That was fun to RP, by the way.
Yes. He was anger.
So was Tiffany. Rah!
You must sleep.
Okay,
All
yeah, I just wanted to
5'4"
make
feet of fury that she is. In her nightie.
Yeah, he just wanted people to focus, and so he was willing to do whatever he had to cover up his body at that point, just so that people
you
could
saying
have
he's
a
distracted?
sane conversation, act like normal people.
You're normal people? No.
That's his definition of he doesn't have any. He has no way of understanding. So
So he's gonna catch your sweater because you already stretched out the dress. Just needs to be rehemmed.
just make me a blouse or something with your dress. We'll keep it as a
No,
spare.
Gray, it's at least a masculine color.
Talk to Dragonair. I'm sure she can give you some
Yes.
tips.
Oh, gee. Yeah, I didn't intend to throw a lamp, but I figured.
I was expecting it truthfully, so
I was like, let's see what happens. Let's see
provoke,
what happens.
provoke.
Yes. I expect to see confessionals from each of you from that scene. Because that was.
I was actually kind of waiting for Kyle to come
that
in.
was like, yes, that was like perfect reality TV show breakdown, arguing.
The reason Tiffany didn't go to sleep.
So that would be kind of cool.